Welcome to the girls, everyone. We're going on Jeannine's adventure today, getting some items off of my bucket list. We're here at Skytop Lodge with Deanna, so thanks for having us here. Also, I'm learning how to drive this bad boy. So we're here, and you know, I was looking for a place to go zip lining, and I found that in the Poconos we have somewhere awesome like Skytop Lodge. And Deanna, you've been here for 3 years, so you know what it's all about.
Yes. If you're looking for something fun to do in the Poconos, this is the place to be. We offer everything from a treetops course, which is an obstacle course that goes on for about 3 hours. It has zip lines in there. We also offer rock climbing. We have the UTVs. We offer archery tag, paintball. So there's a lot of fun stuff to do. If you're looking for something adventurous, definitely come stop by and have fun here.
And adventurous, are you open all year round?
Yes, we are.
All right.
We're actually one of the few places that are open year-round for the treetops course. So ziplining while it's snowing is something that you really can't experience anywhere else. So definitely something to knock off your bucket list.
Yeah, now the rock climbing, which is located right behind us, talk a little bit about that.
Okay, that is more seasonal. It is a 30-foot high wall. It has 6 different sides, so it goes from easy to medium to advanced. So it's something for every level. It's a lot of fun. You have a guide belaying you, so it's very safe, and then you can stop at any point. It's a fun time.
From the rock climbing, you also have the paintballs.
We have paintball, a lot of fun, a little more painful, but you know, if you want to shoot your parents or your siblings or your friends, this is the place to do it. It's a fun environment. You get all your guns and equipment, so there's nothing you have to bring besides your sense of adventure. So
okay, the UTVs, right?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Really new to us this year, our newest thing. It's as long as you have a driver's license and you're over 18, we'll take you out. We have a trail that goes into the backwoods, go over some natural logs. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. And then we're going to learn about the zip lining today, but everything here at the adventure park comes with safety and safety guidelines.
Yes.
And you're all experienced, so talk about your background.
Every guide that you have with your activities is obviously trained in safety. They stay with you the whole time. If you're going out on the treetops course, the guide is with you the whole time. So if you have any problems, any concerns, the guide can help you out. UTV, every activity we have, the guide will go with you, make sure everything is safe and you're in good hands with them.
All right, and you're not only here for just one day. If you want to come and do multiple adventures, you can. You could also stay here.
Yes, you can stay at the lodge, and then it's a quick shuttle ride over, and then the world is open to you. All the adventures
That's so neat. It's a good experience, we think. We're going to find out. We've actually been here for, we're going to be here for 2 days here at Skytop. So let's now learn about the safety and I guess we have to get our harnesses on, right?
Yes, we're going to head inside, we'll get our harness, somebody's going to check, make sure, and then there's going to be a guide that explains all the important safety rules you need to know for the treetops course. And then for about 2 to 3 hours, you're going to be out there swinging through the trees and having fun.
All right, well, let's do this. Again, it's the girls' Jeannine's adventure here on SSP TV. And we're with Ian now, and he's going to talk about the harness that we wear and the safety measures that we take, right?
Yep, all right.
Okay.
So first thing we're gonna be doing is putting on the harness.
Okay.
For these, this green loop here is at the front. That's where all the safety lines are attached to it itself. And this big one's gonna go around the waist, and then one leg is gonna go through each of these loops. So you're basically gonna be sitting on this with these ropes supporting you. The big thing is you're gonna wanna be wearing closed-toed shoes, so like sneakers, hiking boots, things like that. Okay. You don't wanna show up with flip-flops, Crocs, anything like that, because they don't protect your toes from wires or any stubbing your toes or anything like that up there. Other than that, you don't want to wear any like really loose baggy clothing. You want to have kind of semi-close fitting pants so it's comfortable under the harness. And then basically just whatever's comfortable for the weather.
So attractive, isn't it? You do have gloves here, or?
Yeah, basically we have gloves. They're not required, but we kind of recommend them. We sell them for about $3 a pair. Okay. Basically, they save your hands from some wear and tear up on the course, because if you're a little nervous, you might be gripping the ropes a little bit tighter than normal, so it's not a bad idea to have.
All right, so we have our harness in place.
Yep.
And now you do a little demonstration.
And now we have a whole speech to go over here.
Okay.
So we'll just head over to the main course itself. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is those harnesses you're now all wearing. They have a couple of important parts today, the most important of which is your safety lines. They're these 2 long orange lanyards with the carabiners on the end. If you can unclip these for me, please. To unclip them, you'll slide this orange barrel down and pull the gate in. Now, if you'll look at each of these, you'll notice a little bit of red color coding. If you look throughout the demonstration course, you will see red safety cables throughout. That is where you'll be clipping these on today. You must always have at least one clipped in, preferably have both clipped in. At no point today should you be standing up there looking down at your carabiners like this. This is not a good thing, all right? This changes a couple inch fall and getting caught by our harness to fall all the way down to the ground. Now, we've never had that happen. We're never going to have that happen, which brings us to our most important safety rule today. You must always be clipped into the course, all right? So always have at least one clipped in, and hey, if the other one's in your hand, clip it in as well. Redundancy is your friend up there. I can't stress it enough. You must always remain clipped to the course. Now, you have one other piece of equipment on your harness today. It is this rather odd looking doohickey with a little bit of yellow color coding. This is your zip line pulley. It is for use on zip lines and only on zip lines. All zip lines have yellow tape at the beginning and are a bare cable like this one right over here. That is the only place you should be using these today. I've seen people attempt to use these at other parts of the course and well, it didn't end well for them and they just looked ridiculous. So what I'd like you to do is make sure you only use these when you get to zip line. The rest of the time you can just put them back on your belt. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna make my way through the demonstration course and talk about the different types of obstacles you'll encounter today and a couple other safety rules that everyone needs to follow. Once I'm done, everyone will make their own way through to make sure they feel comfortable with everything before we head up the mountain. So the first thing I do before my feet even leave the ground is once again that most important safety rule today. I clip myself into the course. Once I'm clipped in, I'll make my way up the ladder, clipping and re-clipping as I go, always having at least one clipped into the course. Now, whenever I'm clipping in, I'm always clipping in at waist height or above. The reason we don't clip in down by your knees or your ankles is if you slip and fall, you're gonna fall all the way down to where these carabiners are, and then the rest of the slack as well. That adds up to about a 3 to 5 foot fall, and you can seriously injure yourself from that height. So, always make sure you clip in at waist height or above. Now for ladders, we can only ever have one person on a ladder at a time today, just so if you do slip and fall, you don't fall down and take anyone else out with you. So we'll have one person at a time, so if you do slip, it's easy for you to recover. For platforms, what I'm standing on right now, we can have up to 3 people on a platform at a time today. This is so if anyone needs help further up the course or further back down the course, I have room to get around and give them a hand. Now if you'll look up here, you'll notice this is the first time I've clipped both of my carabiners onto the same length of cable. Whenever you do this, I'd like you to make sure you clip them on in opposite directions like this, with the gates facing in different directions. The reason we do this is the only possible failure point of these carabiners is the gate of the carabiner right here. By clipping them on in opposite directions, no matter which direction force is exerted, it will always be impossible for one of them to fail. So get in the habit of clipping on like this throughout the day to provide yourself with a little bit of an extra safety margin. Now, over here, we have an example of an action element. An action element is any obstacle that moves across the course with you. Whenever you get to one of these, you will clip yourself into the red as always. Once you are clipped on, make sure that this black rope is not caught on you anywhere. This black rope is used to pull the obstacle back to you once the other person is across. What you will not be using said black rope for is pulling it when your friend is halfway across. So, once you're all set up, hold on to whatever makes you feel comfortable and make your way across the obstacle. Once you're on the other side, clip and re-clip to the course one at a time, and then and only then will the other person pull the obstacle back to them. Up next, we have an example of a bridge. A bridge is our most common type of obstacle today. These will come in many shapes and forms, from tight ropes, plank bridges, swinging platforms, and a whole variety of other obstacles. Whenever you get to one of these, you will clip yourself onto the red. Hold on to whatever makes you feel comfortable as you make your way across. Now, we can have up to 3 people on a bridge at a time today, and I'd like to see 2 or 3 moving across each obstacle at all times, just so we keep moving at a decent pace. But if anyone seems really nervous up there and they're like, no, don't come near me, respect that. We don't want to purposely freak anyone out, so let them make their way across the obstacle before you come glumping along behind them like this, all right? Now, at some point today, you might take a bit of a fall. Don't worry, your harness will catch you. Now, after you've fallen, you can recover yourself from any part of the course. The way you do this is you plant your hands and feet on the course underneath you, and you straighten your legs like this. Once you're in this position, bend your knees, turn a nice squat, reach up as high as possible. at which point you should be able to stand up normally. You can recover yourself from any part of the course by using this method. Now let's say when you fall and maybe you hurt yourself, maybe you're tired, maybe you just want a reassuring hand. Any of those things are the case, you can yell my name, it's Ian once again. You can yell guide, guide, guide. I'll even respond to a scream of terror. Any of those, I'll come on over and I'll help you get yourself back on your feet. Now if at any point today you decide you've had enough, you're done, you want to be back on the ground, you can tell me that, I can hook up my rope bag and I can lower you down off of any part of the course. The thing to remember is if you are lowered down, that is you quitting, you are done for the day. So once you are lowered down, you do not come back up in the trees. So just keep that in mind if at any point today, you decide you want to be lowered. Now, we have one other obstacle today. We have the zip lines themselves. All zip lines have a red, yellow, red color coding and are a bare cable like this one right here. Whenever you get to one of these, you will clip on in the same order as these colors. So one of your carabiners, the zip line pulley we discussed earlier, and then your other carabiner. Once all three are securely on the cable, you'll lift the carabiners up and hang them on the little notches on top of the zip line pulley, so it's one nice, neat bundle. Now, as you're going down, you will not be putting your hands atop of the cable. You will not be putting your hands atop of the zip line pulley. You'll be moving rather fast, and well, this really is not good for your fingers. So where you will be holding on is these orange ropes and below. Once you're all set, if you feel comfortable at this point, you can just leap off and go. If you want to feel a little more secure first, sit down till you feel supported by the harness. Lean back and keep your arms straight. What you do not want to be doing is going down the zip line with your head right up against it like this. You're going to look very strange with only one eyebrow. And well, you might be having a great time as you go down, but as you go, your hair will be winding up on these wheels. You're not going to make it all the way. And well, there's really only one solution once your hair is all gumming up the works, which is me coming down the zip line with a knife and pretending I'm a barber. I'm not a barber. It will not be pretty. So keep your head nice and far away from the zip line pulley and enjoy the ride down. Once you're at the other end, you will catch the black pad or behind. The reason you do this is you'll have quite a bit of momentum. If you don't catch on, you're gonna hit the end and bounce back up the zip line. You do bounce off, grab the cable above your head and just pull yourself back to the end, hand over hand. Once you're there, clip and reclip yourself to the course one at a time. Get nice and out of the way behind this green pad and give a nice loud, "all clear," so the next person knows they can come on down. Now, if you're the person up there, wait until they're visibly out of the way before you come barreling down that zip line, because they will not appreciate you using them to stop instead of this pad here. Okay, one other thing today, we're gonna be going up there as a group, so if we get a little spread out and you're looking back and you just can't see most of the group anymore, well, congratulations, you're doing great. But some other people are taking their time, enjoying the scenery, they're just moving a little bit slower. So what I'd ask you to do is hang out for a couple minutes, let the group as a whole catch back up to you, just because if you do get in any sort of trouble, I want to be able to respond and help you as soon as possible. So we're going to stay together as a group while we're up in the trees, just for safety reasons today. All right, does anyone have questions about anything? Okay, so when you're on the zip line itself, you're going to basically just be clipping on like any of the other cables. You'll clip them on normally first. And then it's quite literally all you're going to be doing is picking them up and hanging them on the notches there. Yeah, because they're all attached to the cable separately. You're just doing this so it's a nice bundle together. It doesn't slow it down and save some wear and tear on the carabiners itself.
Okay, where am I hooking?
Onto the red loops again. Basically, while you're up there, you'll always just be following wherever the red is going.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm nervous just to do this.
Opposite directions, hold wherever you feel comfortable.
Opposite direction.
Walk across. That's only necessary when they're on the same piece of cable.
Okay, so I'm holding onto this.
Hold on to that and then just slowly walk your way across.
Oh my God, I can't even do this part. Oh my God! We're not even high yet. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the girls. We're at Skytop Adventure Lodge and you are on Jeannine's adventure with Deanna. We're back. We learned about the safety for zip lining and now we are actually going to go out onto the course. The great thing about it here is Deanna goes along with you. at the Skytop Lodge Treetop Adventure Course here in the Poconos, and this was on my bucket list to do, so I'm here with my brother Sam, and we're also here with our crew, and Adrian is from New York. And what do you think of this? This is pretty cool.
This is really cool. It's really cool. I didn't expect it to be as intense, but it's a lot of fun.
Is this your first time?
First time. Lots of bridges that are swaying back and forth. It's a lot of just a lot of fun, though.
All right, is this something that was on your bucket list for 2014?
Yeah, well, I'm afraid of heights, so it's kind of a challenge in that aspect.
So would you do it again? Would you recommend?
Oh yeah, definitely recommend, and definitely would do it again.
Samantha is actually your first time too?
Yes, first time.
What'd you think?
It was awesome. It's a lot of fun.
What do you like about it?
Well, when I came here, I thought it was just zip lining, but the obstacle course is a lot of fun. Like, it's challenging and it's really cool. The bridges are definitely the hardest part, but they're the most fun part.
What are some other adventures that you've done?
Well, I actually stayed here for the weekend. Yesterday I did the rock climbing.
Oh my gosh.
And I did the UTV tour.
All right, so let the adventure begin. And Deanna, you know, the nice thing about here is that your tour guide actually comes with you the entire way, correct?
He stays with you the whole 3-hour trip. So usually people get scared, and we are right there, give them a helping hand, help them out a bit, talk them through it, calm some nerves. So very comforting for a lot of people.
You'll hear me screaming in a little bit. All right, so our first adventure here is going to be what?
First we're going to have a bridge, eases you into the whole course a little bit. The next one is going to be a little more swinging.
Okay.
So we'll see how you feel about that.
Okay, so I want both on here, the orange facing opposite directions, right?
Yep.
I listen, and I'm just gonna, so I want them behind me?
I always have them behind me.
Okay.
Some people like to see them, so they keep pushing
This
them
is
with their
pretty
hands.
cool. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Walking on air. Now, when you have really big groups, how many can you take at one time?
We try to keep the group size between 12 and 14.
Okay.
This way we can see everybody and keep track on everybody. But if there's a larger group, if there's like 20 friends coming up, we usually just put 2 guides on the group.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thanks, Deanna.
Are you having fun yet?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Actually, I'm having fun. I feel like a little monkey.
Good.
She does it with such grace. She only does this about 8,000 times a day, right? How neat though. This is your office, right?
Yeah.
You get to be outside. Woo!
We're out here, rain or shine, or snow.
Rain or shine, Skytop Lodge is open. Now we're getting a little tricky, for me anyway. Okay, this behind me. So once you start the obstacle course and you get a feel for being up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't right now. You're not as scared, I guess. Not scared, your adrenaline's definitely pumping.
You'll get used to the height. Eventually you're gonna be so busy having fun, you don't even look down.
She looks like she's floating on air, and I look like a disaster.
You're doing great.
Not bad for my first time, right?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to go first? Where am I holding? Here?
You want to grab as high as you can.
Okay, high as I can. Oh my God. Pretty cool! I love it! Until I, poof. Ah, don't go back! You don't want to go back, I don't think, right? You have to grab on at the end. This is pretty fun. And that's where the gloves come in handy, right? All right, you can cut now. He's like, ah! Okay. So, what did I learn? You have to catch on at the end.
So this is usually the highlight for everybody. It is a 500-foot zip line. It goes pretty fast. You can pick up speeds up to 35 miles an hour, and it's a blast. So everybody's usually looking forward to this one. How are you feeling up there?
Oh, you know, having a blast. Ready? Am I in okay?
Yep, I'll see you on the other side.
Oh my God! Oh my God, that was really fun. With one hand even. So graceful, so graceful. Well, that was awesome. Again, it's about a 3-hour trip, right?
Yes.
Especially at my pace.
It is 3 hours of fun though. You always gotta look at it that way.
Awesome. So if anyone wants any information, they can certainly call Skytop Adventure Lodge, right?
Yes.
Gianna, you're awesome. I'm so happy that I came and actually was able to participate and get something off of my bucket list.
Great.
Next time we're gonna have to have you do something on the girls.
Okay,
All right?
anytime.
Okay. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining us here on my adventure on the girls.